Alright, so we're back again with Exposed from TryHackMe. So let's get started. Okay, so I have the IP address up and the machine is booted up, everything is ready to go, and we have two questions. What is the user flag and what is the root flag? Okay, so exposing unnecessary services in a machine can be dangerous, right? Can you capture the flag and pwn the machine? Alright, so they do say that you will find all necessary tools to complete this challenge. Nmap, SQL map, wordless, PHP shell, and if you want to use the attack box. So that's probably a way for me to say that, we're going to do all the usual stuff, but they do hint SQL map. So I feel that we might have some SQL injection in this box. So let me just start off with putting the IP address in the browser just like that. It does go to HTTPS. Let's try without. No. Okay, so we do not know if there is a web page not at the current moment. It could be. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and do a nmap scan on the IP address. Let me just get that. And since I do not know what's going on, I'm gonna do a standard, version and standard scripts detection. So standard scripts gonna detect if, for example, if you got FTP open and you're gonna see the anonymous open login possible attempt, and also on different versions. So we're gonna get different version numbers and so on for the different services. This can probably take a while. It did not. Let's scroll up a bit. So what we see here is port 21 FTP, and it says it's a VSFTPD 208. I don't know that version. It tells us that logged in as FTP. Anonymous login is allowed, so that is a good thing. Now we could take that, and open a new terminal and say FTP, and now we're gonna have to remember the IP. So 1010 was it 159 and 98. So let's do that, and we're gonna paste in the anonymous and press enter, and we have a login successful. And we're gonna do ls, see nothing, ls tag al, we have nothing right there. Let's try and change directory one down, do a ls tag al one more time. Let's do more, just try to see if there's anything going on. It doesn't seem like there is anything, so we can just do that a while, and it's gonna be the same. So we see no difference, no change at all. I do not think we have any particular drive for us to access. Welcome to the Exposed Web Challenge. So I think this is not that useful for us. So let's go ahead and exit the FTP. So we tried that. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and check out. We got a SSH. So there's a slight chance we're going to find, a username at some point. If we're going to see any indications of weak passwords or ideas for that, we're going to go ahead and do a hydra brute force on the SSH. We do also have a port 53 open, some ISC bind, and that's it for the scan. Now what we could do now is go ahead and say, let's do a full port scan and see if something else pop up. So while this is running, I'm gonna pause the video. Alright, so the scan is done, and we got some more stuff already output to the screen. We have a Mosquito server installed, kind of wild to have that on a easy machine. Anyways, we also have a web server installed on port lead, and we see nothing different from now. Now, just right off the bat, you know, I'm gonna check out and note that we have a HTTP server, so it's gonna be the standard version 2.4.41. It's okay, and there's a header called exposed. So I think this is something we should look at, because this is an easy machine, and easy machines tend to have exposed stuff. Okay, so it does say exposed. Now we do not know what's going on right here, so what we could do here and try is just to right click and view page source, and that is exactly nonsense. We can also press F12 and zoom on this into the web page and just refresh it and check out if anything pops out of the ordinary in the storage area. Nothing is different in the network area. We can click the root file, the root / file, and just check out the headers, you know, see if anything pops out. Sometimes there is a mention of domain names, and then we can put that into the host file with the IP, so we can access the domain, rendering the IP address possible to access via a normal domain name, which is definitely something that is possible to set up in a way, so we have to do that way. But it doesn't seem like that. The fav icon, one more time, just check it. Boring stuff. Okay, so just check out the console, just, yeah, you know, nothing crazy. And okay, so this is leaving us with the IP address and the port. So we're gonna go ahead now and copy paste the IP address. Go ahead and open up a new tab here on Kali, and go ahead and run a go-boss.dir and say we're gonna use that URL. I'm gonna go ahead and use the word list the user share, word list dear buster, and we're gonna go ahead and use the directory 2.3 medium, and we're gonna run that. Okay, so this is gonna give us a hit in the very start called admin and JavaScript. You know, I'm gonna leave this running for a while, and no need for you to watch that. Alright, so we're back again. You know, usually I recommend the progression amount of 10% for easy rooms from TryHackMe, but sometimes it can be more than that. In reality, I would always leave this running, but there's a chance that you might get caught easily or cut off because you're spamming the server. Now, I think this is enough. You know, I'm gonna leave it there. You know, we have admin, JavaScript, and PHP-my-admin. So let's go ahead and just put in, you know, I'm gonna start off with JavaScript because it's the least interesting one. It does say forbidden, which basically means that it is there, but we cannot access it. So let's go ahead and try PHP-my-admin. And this is loading. Oh, whoa, it's big. This is definitely loading, you know, and the occasional root or root no password is the one we're gonna go ahead and find for the standard installation of many PHP-my-admins. Definitely the different kind of libraries you're gonna install, XAMPP or, you know, WAMP or MAMP. This would be a LAMP, Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP collection or bundle, but I have no idea if that is the case here. No, I don't think this is gonna be. If we get access to this part, you know, there's a chance we might see some passwords, but I also got this one called admin. And what we see here is an admin panel, and we can just try to put something in and press continue. It doesn't seem to do anything. Oh, is this the right admin portal? This is cheesy, right? I'm gonna right click this page here and see what's going on. And this is a fun thing, because they do say and hint that this is not the right admin panel. So I'm thinking, is there a robots.txt here, for example? No. Is there one in the root? No. Let's go ahead and press F12 now, and one more time, just refresh the page, get a fresh version. Just in the casual way. We do have a phpMyAdmin session, you know, that would be very normal, so I'm not really getting anything crazy from that. And we check out the other storages, nothing there. The network, we do get one for admin, and just checking that out, looks pretty standard. And the other ones, just the normal libraries, you know, assets, admin. So what I think is this is going to be a puzzle thing. So we do have a slight possibility we need to run GoBuster one more time in order to find the missing library, because I have no idea what that could be. How could I? So one more time, just gonna check out the page source, anything I missed. So let me just see. Email passwords, and the form is not even there. No JavaScript. The caller, minified. Yeah. So definitely gonna go ahead and try and figure out what this could be. Now, what I think we should try a different word list for that. So let's go ahead and do something completely different. Let's see. What about the derp one? And let's see what's going on there. Derp. And we do have different kind of ones here. Let me try the one called big, you know, and just, you know, usually sometimes I try that. It is a bit different compared to the directory medium 2.3, and yeah. So we got something called admin 101 just out of the bat. This is just for you to understand the difference from using the right, you know, word list compared to using the wrong one. Using the wrong one, we would be stuck on the admin. We do have admin 101. I'm going to leave it running. It's pretty fast. As you can see, it's not that big. So we do have this 101 thing here. And they give me the actual, you know, account. Okay, so it seems that there is some sort of, I can actually press the button now, and analyzing this application is that the very top of this is just some core JavaScript, and more of this JavaScript, and even more JavaScript. And we have the value of hacker at root.tryhackme kind of, well, makes me think that there might be a a domain name called root. It does strike me as a little odd if this is an easy room. So I'm going back to the initial impression that we have SQL injection on this form here. The login part here is for the jQuery, it seems. So something Ajax, it's a post request sent to user login at PHP. And the data is email and password. It's going to be the two fields right there. And a successful login is giving us a redirect to chat.php. So that should be a chat.php. Yeah, somewhere. And definitely that's something we should try and access. But I think if I do that and press enter, it does say error. So if I go ahead and open up burp, proxy it through burp, let me see if we can get that. It's booting up, taking its time. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna start burp now. I just, try and capture the requests. Let me see if this is up and running. Intercept on, refresh. We have a problem. What is the problem? Proxy settings, 8080, refusion, blah blah blah. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the options. This is a wondrous time to check what's going on. Edit. It does say 8081. Don't know why. It must have been an old room. Let's refresh this, and now we do get a pop-up on burp. And we do get the session ID, and we can forward this and say, okay. So let's try and let's just move that. Put in the username of under the password of 123. We have the actual, post request. So what we're gonna do now is copy this. Copy. There we go. I'm gonna go to a terminal and just forward that and intercept off. Go to terminal. Go to terminal. That's not as fastening away. And just create a directory and let's call it expose. And go into expose and let's touch a file called SQLi.whatever and nano into that. Doesn't really matter the extension. It's just for the casual eye, I would guess. I'm gonna paste this in because it will contain the cookie and the session ID and the parameters for the post and the path and all different necessary stuff for SQL map to work. So if I don't remember wrong, it's SQL map tag R and then gonna be that and something like dump. I think that would be the correct way to do it. If you want to continue with further target testing, it's it does detect that there's something blah blah blah. Yeah, well, let's just try no for now. Okay, let's do yes. Okay, vulnerable to this and that. Do you want to skip payload? Yeah, I think so because we do validate this as a MySQL. And does ask the question level 1. Yeah, let's do that. So since I supplied the word dump right here, it would mean that it would dump whatever it can dump in the most possible and fashionable way that you would like to have the data dumped. So yeah, let's see what happens. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pause because sometimes this nonsense of screen takes gonna go ahead and just pound down the screen. So I'm gonna be back in a few seconds. Alright, so it kind of finished and I had to press yes and no a few times. I just didn't want to bother you with this stuff, but it kind of, at some point it came and told me that the post parameter email is vulnerable. Do you want to keep testing? It's like, no. Why do that? If it's vulnerable, it's vulnerable. No reason to find other vulnerabilities, right? It's also still SQL injection, so I wouldn't really bother SQL map to do that. And then it just continued, and then at some point it gave me some weird URL here. I have no idea what's going on in that. It's very interesting. Also some other, weird URL again. But it also gave me a password. And this looks like an MD5 hash. And this is how far we got, and we also have a very difficult password for this guy right there, so it should possibly enable us to just close burp. And is that the long password we need to put in? and we are at capacity right now, trying to resolve this issue as soon as possible. We'll also hear from you. So now we have that. We are at the chat.php, so you can see, and we're gonna go ahead and try and check out the source code. And there's a script in here, and it looks pretty boring. So let's just not look at that. You have the JavaScript core and the bundle, and no more of that. So it looks like this is just a boring place to be. Let's press F12, update that, and check out the chat PHP, and we do have a session and all these kind of things. Okay, let's check out the storage, and we do have a session variable. As expected, we're logged in, so nothing crazy going on. So now that we have that, I'm pretty sure that there is a chance that the other wild weird URLs we found could be used as the next step for us to check out what's going on. So now we have the password and all that. I honestly do not think this is the SSH password. I don't think there's SSH password right now. I still think we need to go ahead and check out these URLs and see what's going on. So let's go ahead and just check out these URLs. So I find this is a weird one, so let's copy paste that. I do see this room is getting long, so so I really hope that you will hang on, and just keep watching. So let's go ahead and check out this. Is there another slash? If there is. Alright, so it does say admin password thingy stuff, and it's only this is the okay. So let's go to CrackStation. Let's see if this is a thing. Is this an actual password? Crack this. It's easy to okay. Let's put that in right there. Parameter fuzzing is also important, or can you hide DOM elements? Okay. So they're giving us a challenge right here. Not sure what it is, but let's go ahead and check out the source code. So let's go ahead and right click right there. Okay. This is an official file. Ugh. Holy, this is why I don't like JavaScript. Look at this minified. Ugh. Okay, so we have a lot of HTML. What? What's it say? Or can you hide? So, hint. Try file or view as get parameters. Try file or view as get parameters. Okay, so if this is the thing, get ls. Oh, the wrong. Or what? Enter the password. View. This is very interesting. It does say file or view as get parameters, and that is what I do. The file, well, is this something like and then you do password. You can check it out. It doesn't say anything in particular right here. And now it kind of prompts me to log in one more time. So every time I do something with that, I need to log in, and that's where we are right now. And where was this? So we do need to try file or view as get parameters. Okay, so it could also be view. Let me just what do we get? Nothing. And then try one more time. One more time. Just, you know, checking stuff out. Doesn't seem like we're gonna get any particular hit. You know, I'm just checking out stuff. We also have this upload thing, you know, and I think that is a PHP site, so why not just pick the whole thing? And then let's go ahead and check out the whole thing. And what? It's the same machine user starting with the letter C. Zoom. I don't know. No. We don't have any particular username. This is very interesting because we do have a wild. That could be. We could probably brute force that in a way of faucet, you could say, with the a list of usernames starting with C. Let's say validate file. What is this file? This is a weird script, I would say. Something with extension like JavaScript or PNG, and it doesn't do anything. It does just. Where's this validate? You know, is that a thing? It's not even used, so there's a slight chance that when we log in, this script will be used, so we can upload files. It's difficult to say. Alright, so I just have to take a glass of water, you know. Getting back to this, I think we need to check out whether, you know, we got all things correct, because I might did something wrong at some point. So let's go back to the very first one we have. The one was right there, you know, and it gave us a chat, and the chat didn't really give us more than and that's really good, you know. Then we had this page right there, you know, where we could, you know, try either the file or the get, and for that particular part, you know, we could go ahead and try file. And what is that? Dots or commas? I cannot see. So // and then it was etsy password, you know, and easy to hack. And whoa. Okay. What did I do different? Oh yeah. Okay. I forgot one. Okay, so we do have a list here of stuff. Initially, I could, you know, we could Simkish. This is a username, and I think the other one asked for Simkish as a password. Wasn't that true? Okay, so now that we have that, we can upload files. And I'm just gonna, right off the bat, you know, try and upload, you know, a PNG file. Maybe check the source code to see the, yeah. So we don't have the source code right now, but we definitely have file upload, so that's a thing. Alright, so my recording equipment crashed, so I kind of just spent like a half an hour or so to get back. I don't know what happened. Anyways, the room is still up, you know, and I'm just at 1 hour. Sorry for that. You wouldn't really feel that in the video, but I did feel it. So we uploaded the file, I think it was the image, and we logged in with the seam kit, yes. Alright, so look at the source code. Could that be the... Yeah. Let me just see. This is the official page. Look at the source code. do we have to refresh something here or something? We'll just check it out. So we refresh it. And the login was, I know it's been a while, so just redo this and we don't save. We just check source code one more time, and this was the JavaScript that I remembered. So this is definitely something that's going to be some validation on it. So we're probably going to go ahead and try and upload a PHP file right away. And by doing that, we can, go to expose, just clear the screen. And I'm going to touch a file and call it test.php. I'm going to nano into that. And inside that file, we're just going to, do a standard PHP tag. Nothing crazy, just echo hello. Save it, there you go. And go back. And now, since I know there is some validation on the back end, the front end, sorry, I'm going to start a burp. And make sure that the burp is on. Browse now, go to home, go to expose folder. No, expose, yes. And then pick the all files and do test PHP. And now we're going to go ahead and press upload. There. Can I press it? Why can I not press it? Oh yeah. Probably we need to, just forgot that. We need to move, we need to rename it to, let's say, PNG. Because there's something going on with the validation that probably gonna trigger it not to be able to upload. So let's just pick it now and press upload. And what we're gonna get here is basically the standard, this is the file, and we're gonna go ahead and remove the PNG file, the PNG extension, and just keep the PHP forwarded, and drop and now I would say upload successful. Maybe look at the source code. Let's do that. Okay, so it does say upload 101 again. 1001 is a theme. Let's go through that. And let's do, is it just slash that? No, it's inside that then. It will be inside that. So let's take that URL. And this is getting confusing. So no. Upload, there we go. So there we have it. Now I can click the file and we have code execution. So we're gonna go ahead now and go to pentest. No, just say PHP reverse shell. And we're gonna go ahead and pick it up on GitHub because that is the way to go. Come on, giddy. And will it load or will it not load? Thank you. Go to the PHP reverse shell and gonna press the button called raw and take that content, copy paste the URL, and get that file there and say nano PHP reverse shell. Just go down a tad like that, and now we're gonna go ahead and do that port. The IP address of me, sometimes TryHackMe is gonna show that on the top. So it's gonna be 10.10, 14 something, blah blah blah. Did I actually copy paste that? It was. And it's gonna be 1 2 3 4. Let's do that. Start Netcat listener to that on 1 2 3 4. Sorry, not yet. Let's go move PHP virtual to that .png, and now we're gonna go ahead and start Netcat listener, just like that. Go back, burp, make sure it's on. Website, refresh. Let me just take burp off for a second. Refresh it. Yes, and now turn burp on. Browse the file. Take the PNG file with just the reverse shell. Press upload. Remove PNG to evade the very bad front end validation. uploaded file, go back, click on it, and it's hanging, so we have a shell, boys and girls. ID IMW data, and we are really happy. So what I could do now is say ls tag el, just ls, and we do have, so cd home ubuntu go to that SQL map. Okay, so we do have some stuff. We could try to cat out bash history, just try different things, permission denied. We're not Ubuntu, so we also have a SQL map directory, and inside that we do have some SQL map. What? We have it installed right there. Very interesting. Okay, let's go back again. We also have a seamcache. We have a flag, which is protected by seamcache or the one in the group. We also have SSH creds. Say what? I see. So okay, so let's go ahead and do a terminal connection and say why are we not doing that right now. So we're gonna go ahead and say, okay, so zoom in like that and say SSH and turn 189 what it, and oops, and do, what was the name again? It was seamcache, and I wanna yes, and we have a password, and the thing is, I'm gonna copy paste that password and paste it in, and we have access as seamcache. And now we can go ahead and paste out the flag. That's the user flag, and now we need to gain access to root. Okay, so that was a lot of steps as an easy room, I would say. I definitely would say it could be medium, but okay. Okay, so root flag. I need to do privask. And now that we have access as this user, let me just do that. We do not need to keep the web open anymore. So let's close that. Also, let's go ahead and close the other shell if that is not already closed. It is there. Exit. And since we don't need that, we can also go ahead and turn off burp and go back to that one. So we do have the password, which I copy pasted. That was not the password. Did I just close that window? My. What was it again? No. Okay, let's do sudo tag l. Don't promise for the password for seamcache. Paste it. Did I have it in my paste? But I did not. How was it again? What is seamcache at 123? No. Let me just see if I can find it, because we do have it. Yeah, I think the one we needed was easy to hack at 123. I think that was the one. Yeah, so let's just keep the easy to hack at 123 was the password. We did find that. All right, so we cannot do any sudo stuff on that user. So that's really good. Let's clear the screen and see what we have. So, okay, we do have bash history, so we can try and output the bash history. Probably not gonna give us anything. Exit, great. What we could try now is go one back, and we do have a Ubuntu user. I don't think that's gonna give us anything, in all honesty, because we could try and say output the sudo to not there. And we can also try, and there's an SSH folder. Whoops. And the SSH folder is also closed off. We cannot see that. So we kind of caught now to our own knees. Now, what we could do is go ahead and pull up a trusty command of ours. Let me just close down some of the windows and open up the cheat sheet I have. And it's just to find the different kind of files that have the SUID bit set, which is a casual thing to check out when you're doing easy machines. So we can get a lot of different kind of files output, and we can go and check it out now. Go on top. See what kind of stand out, right? What stands out here? Just checking it quickly, you know, glancing with my eyes and saying, yeah, well, I'm not really sure that much of this stand out. It does have a lot of weird libraries. There's a lot of things going on. Not really sure what to think about that. Find is one of them that could be interesting, you know. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and check out GTFO bins, which is the website for escaping a restricted shell. So I'm gonna type in find, for example, and you do have the SUID bit you can set. So let's go ahead and check out the find command, and we do have SUID set, so we can do that. Using that, we should be able to maybe spawn a shell. So let's go ahead and copy paste that. You know, the path looks fine. Let's just put it in, and .find is not a library. We can try just that ID and who am I, and now we root. So that is one way for you to keep your privileges by, I think it's the same understanding with the tag P as usual. Yeah, so we're gonna use the tag P to omit the argument in the system to run the file with the default with the SUID privileges. That is the tag P, what that means. Now we have root access, we can go to the root folder and cut out the root flag, and now we have the exposed flag. Really, that's don't do that to me, and submit it, and we are good to go. So all right, let's go back one time, a step. I definitely took some time solving this machine. I did it blindly. I had no idea what's going on. I did have to look up the password because I forgot what the password was when we had it. So it's like, yeah, that's okay. But I was saying this is a good machine. You know, it's a really good machine. I kind of like this one because it kind of shows different things. You know, these kind of, you know, less weird things, I say that's very unlikely to have on a real production website. To have these weird admin access put there for a particular reason. We used one to local file include ourselves to a username that we use to log into another panel where we can upload something exposing some weird service. I don't know what the service was exposed. I don't know what that is used for. It's like weird, but all in all, you know, it kind of triggered my curiosity by, you know, hacking this machine in a way. We also got to use our, you know, burp suite tool, and that's very interesting, you know, I would say. Also actually using find as one of the commands to get, you know, a shell to execute a command using the privileges of the SUID bit, which is root in this particular case. Well, yeah, that's great. So all that for me, all that for you. I think it's really good. If you like the video, please consider giving a thumbs up. Check out my new clothes collection if you would like a t-shirt or some, you know, swag or some way from me, security in mind. I am actually working on a better logo. For now, I do have security in mind and a few other texts you can go ahead and check out. The prices are fixed, nothing that I can do about it, but there should be some sort of discount code here and there that you can go ahead and check out. See you again online. Have a really nice day.